All right, we're starting off strong today. Cannoli is here.
I haven't gotten the notification yet.
Cannoli is here. And she's ready for Michelle to pop off.
Yeah, I see the notification. Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 32 of Tech Talk. I'm Michelle and I'm here with my co-hosts
Ryan.
and Cannoli. Can you scoop over a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, as you have seen in the title, you can interpret that a few different tones. So I'll tell you the tone I intend to have. Think you can just train a foundational model and make money from it.
Yeah, and have it impact other people's lives.
Yes. So I may get heated. There will be hands clapping at some point. You may have to lower your volume. But let's start off positive.
Yeah. So tell me, you've teased the fact that the Gemini 2.5 is your favorite model out there. Mm-hmm. Tell us more, a little bit more about that.
So Gemini and I have built a report. I really like the tone it has when I have a question, when I want to ask for information, when I wanted to solve a problem. I think it's someone I can communicate with. And Gemini 2.5 maintained that tone and that humbleness, and it's extremely intelligent. As you may have heard, it has the highest percentage on the benchmark test.
Nice.
I think the humanities last exam,
Yeah.
I believe it's over 25%. It's higher than anything else on the market right now.
And like Google is selling it as their most intelligent model.
Yes.
I got some fancy graphics here.
Yeah, they're not wrong. It's very intelligent. And one thing I noticed is in the past, if I feed it a PDF, like Gemini 2.0, for example, it can only work in the confine of the information in the PDF. But now it will tell me, yes, Cannoli. Now it will tell me based on the information in the PDF, the question I can't answer your question. In the same thread, now I can ask, what about just out on the internet? And you can see all the function it calls when it's thinking, and it will give me an answer from the internet outside the PDF so that I don't have to start a new conversation thread. So that's very convenient.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. And what's very funny is that they came out on March 25th, 2025 with their Gemini 2.5. They're always very purposeful with that. Remember, they even changed it to Gemini last year when it was the Gemini horoscope or whatever, that time period.
They're signaling to us they're here to stay.
Yes.
It is a popularity contest because, most of the people who uses it, it's not about solving the hardest math problem, right?
No, that's not exactly. So it's really about your marketing. We know Sam Altman's doing a pretty good job hyping up OpenAI.
Yeah, I can just never get into the GPTs. I acknowledge that they're very intelligent. And sometimes when Gemini can't solve a problem, I go to ChatGPT. It gives me a fresh perspective. But I think the trust between GPT and I was broken very early on, and I just can't trust the accuracy of the answer it gives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here it is, humanity's last exam, 18.8%.
Oh.
But I think there's even better things out there behind the scenes that are doing even better now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes always.
Yeah, those are other benchmark tests.
Oh yeah, look at that, science, mathematics. It's doing well. Enhanced reasoning, that's your favorite.
Yep. I like to play the game with words, so I'm more impressed with Gemini on that one. I think ChatGPT may be better at math. It's just not something I deal with a lot.
Yeah. So what about the robots? You think robots are taking over the world?
Oh, should we go over to ChatGPT?
Yeah. Since
Yeah,
we're
so
talking
it,
about-
like everybody was up in arms about this. So apparently, GPT-5 is coming out, and there are a bunch of people online on social media thinking that, oh, I guess my job will be replaced even faster now. So yeah, so everyone just loved the GPT-O series. I like it too, but as I said, I need to trust the bot. So I'll have a little trade-off there for the question I'm asking.
Yeah, the O3 Pro and the Mini and all this other stuff. I mean, I've been doing a lot of work with the deep research with these guys.
Yeah, you like
And
it.
yeah, it's definitely good. But as I have to admit, Gemini came out with its own, and it's back in the lead. So I was upset about Gemini, but now they're back in the lead. Ah, there's good old Sam.
Yeah, he just kind of came out of nowhere, and now he's like his face is everywhere, super
Yeah.
famous.
Exactly. GPT host. All right, so then, so with all this fear going on and everything, what is your perspective on how is AI going to be integrated into people's lives versus like taking over people's lives?
So
things like
I
that.
have solidified my position in the camp. AI should not be replacing human. Because trust is so important to me, and so, Cannoli agrees. And something actually happened to me this week that just completely turned me off. So right now it's a really messy time, and a lot of companies, startups, a year ago it was more about, oh, I can just generate all these art with ChatGPT and sell it on Etsy. But now it's like, oh, I can just, quickly repackage some of the foundational models, whether it's a GPT or Gemini 1.5 or something like that. And then I can sell it like as a service, as AI automation service. And my company will be valued at $10 million overnight. I don't even need to know a line of code or anything. So let me tell you what happened. So this week, Ryan and I decided to just level up just a little bit so we can have more filming space for YouTube, really for you guys, and filming space with Cannoli. Come on.
I'm sorry.
So we need to go through a process that verify our assets. So this process was with this company, which at the time, I won't dox their name, but Reddit didn't like them either. So was with this company that uses AI to do this work. Like they advertised, that's what it was. Now I didn't know. It was just a company that was provided to me. So we submitted our documents, and it was a very frustrating process, right?
Yeah.
We submit and they're like, oh, you still haven't done this. And we submit again, they're like, you still haven't done this. Like, I've done it 10 times. What do you mean? And then eventually it got to a point where it's kind of like, okay, we'll connect you to a human agent.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, thank God this problem should be solved very easily now. So we connect to the human agent. I was definitely having a little like tone, like, oh my God, thank you so much for being here. Like, this is the problem. And they apologize for all these inconvenience that this prompting and their platform have causes us. So we submitted more documents to the same platform. And my assumption is that the human agent is now reviewing all these documents. So the human agents told us, oh, your asset is actually this number, but we submitted a different number. I mean, it's very clear if you're an actual human, the total number is. It cannot be more clear. And we submitted all documents from proper form. So Dan is here.
Hey.
All right, Dan, I'm about to pop off.
Thank
okay?
God.
Were you scared? You want Dan to comfort you?
Yeah, I want him to save me.
Yeah, so basically, somehow their platform had made 40% of our asset vanished. And I'm like, I didn't even do the math, but I just know we submitted so much more than what your requirement is. So it's like, what do you mean? Like, we don't meet the requirement. I submitted 40% more. And they're like, no, you don't meet the requirement. I'm like, can you tell me which documents are being counted and which are not? And they're like, oh, you don't meet the requirement. I'm like, can you verify that you're actually a human agent? And they're like, yeah, I confirm, I'm a human agent. You don't meet the requirement. And then so I just basically CC'd everybody I can think of on the thread. I'm like, XYZ, ABC, 1 + 2 + 3, your platform is too rigid. It's undercounting 38.74% of our asset. I see, that is accepted everywhere else. Like, what do you mean we don't meet the requirement? And then I popped off on the company that hired them. I'm like, this is some immature AI company. So I didn't even know that this company was based on AI, but because I train a lot of AI, I can smell the bot from a mile away. I can smell when an AI is punking me. And that was an AI punking me, all right?
Yes.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, you're not supposed to use AI to make decisions that have real life consequences for humans. And this is clearly stated in both OpenAI and Google Gemini's terms of use. Okay? Like, you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
And then I guess their manager showed up and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're approved.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not even gonna apologize. So guess what else I did? I went on LinkedIn, I found their company, I found their CEO, and I sent them an email. I'm like, your MVP is unacceptable. You think I just put this stuff on the market and make money, that make decisions that have real life consequences for real human? Like, not acceptable. I was like, I'm gonna call up Elizabeth Warren. I'm gonna expose you. I'm going to have her legislate and bankrupt your ass.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so needless
Why
to say.
isn't Dan saying
No,
anything?
yeah,
He's scared.
Yeah, exactly.
He ran away.
Yeah. Needless to say, it's been Canoli and I have been in hiding the last couple of days, just trying to weather this storm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think anybody on the email thread saw that side of me coming. Like, I don't think anybody thought I was like pop. I think one of them did see that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think we're both very competent, so he saw like I have those qualities
Yeah.
like of receipts, numbers, calculators, linguistic abilities to explain what is wrong with their product. But
Yeah.
everybody else has been really scared of me.
Yeah, we're still traumatized.
Hey, I helped us.
Yes, you did.
I fought for us.
I know.
I feel like I am Wonder Woman warrior here.
You did a good job. Thank you.
All right, Dan's still here. Dan's not scared away.
All right, anyway, so
I'm firmly standing in the camp of, don't use some AI to punk me and tell me who I am and who I'm not, basically.
That's good. Yeah, so the fact that Google and ChatGPT have that stipulation in their requirements, right? That's been important to you from day one. There's no legal regulations on AI right now, but there might need to be going forward.
What I could do is I can write to OpenAI or Google Gemini, because I suspect most companies out there, they have tuned their model that is currently a product on the market based off of one of the GPTs or one of the Geminis. And if they're used against the terms of use, ChatGPT can cut that off.
Yeah, that's a good point. That could
Google can cut that off. And maybe I'll actually do that.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable. How do you make 40% of my asset just vanish?
Yeah. Yes, that's not good. And those are for Canoli's treats too, for the most part. And her special waters. Oh
yeah, she drink Voss water, right?
Yeah. and she's got gourmet food, so it's very expensive. Poor Lammy. Oh yeah, I can cannolis. But anyway, yeah. So human brains are incredible. Human hands are incredible, and we need humans to be leading the way with this AI thing. And that's why, that's the whole point of our podcast and everything, is to make sure that you're an AI augmented human as opposed to an AI reliant human. We want you to be AI augmented.
Yes. Yeah, use AI to increase your productivity, but don't just leave mission critical tasks completely to AI, because AIs do make a lot of mistakes. And I suspect the mistake that happened to us is because they can't read PDFs as well as they think.
Yeah, they can't read it. And they wouldn't accept gig work as income either. So like all of our favorite AI training, even YouTube, they're like, nah, we don't see any of that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like if they don't see that as acceptable because the documents are not.
No, but they literally were saying that their AI reader cannot like comprehend that information. That was even more evidence to me that it was being done by AI.
Yeah.
They weren't saying like this is not acceptable. They're like, I cannot move forward with the process because my AI won't read this information.
Yeah, maybe I would write to OpenAI and Google just to report, because there's no way for me to know whether this company is using their foundational models, but there's a good chance they are, just based on how hasty the work is being done here.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe they can cut that off real quick.
Well, yeah, we'll have a straight line to Altman.
Well, here's the thing, right? If you're one of those companies out there, you don't want me to come for you.
No, you don't. You definitely don't. Definitely don't. Uh-oh. There's a lot of advertisements going on.
Well, we see what you're up to lately.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the coding. You know, that's one thing we haven't really gotten into, but that's a big thing all over LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Vibe coding.
Yeah, we talked about what how people interpreted what Anthropic's CEO said.
Yeah.
And apparently every line of code was going to be written by AI. Clearly, you can't eliminate these people. You're just going to produce way more with the people that you have, because when you eliminate these people, you know, everything's going to go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave it all up to AI. Like, I can't tell you how many mistakes AI make. Like, for example, I can write the same question, and if I have educated an undergraduate student, for example, on how to solve this question based on the concepts behind it. So if I explain all the concepts, they can solve 10 of these, essentially the same question, but with words tweaked. But AI can't.
Yeah,
You can tweak just a few words and they get the complete wrong answer.
Yeah,
What that means is exactly what Google said and what Apple said. AIs are not good at reasoning. They're still trying to match the keywords in their vast repertoire. And they spit out words where they think they're matching the best. The reasoning skill is just simply not there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. But it makes a lot of sense at the same time that it's just not there yet. And, you know, we had a recent person on the channel say that, like, LLMs are nowhere near where they should be. Like, that was their personal opinion.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, because especially with the amount of money right now that's being pumped into it.
Doesn't match the hype.
Yeah.
So Dan said he uses it all the time, like the AI, Gemini, Copilot, ChatGPT, and Grok.
Wow, yeah.
I'm not too mad at Grok. And still figuring out which is the best, still mostly using Gemini. I don't know if Dan said that just to please us, or maybe like Dan's scared.
Yeah, but he's also that Android, he's that Samsung.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. No, I mean, Gemini is, and I was really worried about Gemini 2 weeks ago because I saw ChatGPT taking over. But I should have had more faith.
Yeah, they all have these models in their back pocket.
Yeah.
one release one, and the other's gonna release it. So you don't even know what they're up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're constantly scheming behind the scenes, making their previous models obsolete, right?
Yeah, like I can't even look at ChatGPT like 3 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Or Gemini 1.5. As soon as Gemini 2 came out, the 1.5 Pro just so bad. It's almost like the iPhone update.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, your old iPhone just can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. This whole thing, so the ChatGPT just got a $40 billion investment, but they have to go to, like, is it like away from the open source concept or something like that? I forget, in order to get $20 billion, they have to do something. There's like part of their deal.
Privatize.
Yeah, they have to like privatize some element of it. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's just more money for the shareholders, maybe.
Yeah. And I also saw a LinkedIn article showing about how much money OpenAI pays their people. It's like baseline entry jobs are getting like $250,000.
Really?
Yeah. To work, like these are the in-person jobs. And then it's like level 2, like by level 3 you're up to 500,000.
Really?
Yeah. I just saw, and it's like this is far more than Meta, Google, Apple, any other company.
Yeah, I think that's double the amount for like and more than double the amount for entry level pharma job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and they said they're looking to hire 300 more people.
300 lucky people.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where their money's going. So that means they're going to continue pumping out different models and things like that, and then that means Google's got to keep up. So we like competition. Competition is good.
Poor Google.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't think Gemini has enough credit. Like the hype is always all about GPT, and like I don't think there's anybody like, have that pull in social media like Sam Altman at Google.
No, I know. Well, the one good thing is that they got rid of the Bard name.
Oh, thank God.
That was the best thing they ever did. They lost years and years by having that title.
Yeah, Gemini is going through some real work too. I think I heard they're looking into getting rid of their Pixel, like maybe shifting investment focus.
Oh, you know what they just did though? They bought a massive, like, online cloud security company.
Oh,
for tens of billions of dollars. It was like the biggest investment they've ever made. And I think that's a really smart one, because if we start getting full integration of AI into our lives and our phones, like Apple Intelligence wanted to do, it's important to have people feel like their information is secure.
100%.
So I think Google is really smart. I think it was Wiz, W-I-Z.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about this asset verification company, right? They like are storing all these sensitive financial information.
Yeah, I know. And then based on how faulty their machinery is, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to disconnect from them anymore, because it's just like we've given them their information, and I guess we need to be monitoring everything, because who knows who might now have it.
Yeah.
But anyway, AI security is the future.
Yeah, like if you are thinking about going through a career transition, maybe AI security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of demand.
Yeah, it's just everything, every infrastructure around this new technology.
Yeah. All right. Well, did you get everything off your chest there?
I don't know. Every time I tell someone about this, every time I talk about it again, I just get more worked up.
Yeah,
I just
I
feel
know.
like escalate. You may see me testify in front of Congress.
Yeah, you'll be there in front of Congress about this. Definitely. All right. Well, we'll give you, if she's out there, she'll give you guys a shout out.
Yes. I'll be like, Iguanodin.
Yeah.
Oh, before I testify, I just
Yeah.
want to give a shout out to our loyal viewer, Iguanodin and JBCB.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be kicked out right then.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. And we'll see you potentially next week.
Probably.
Probably not. We got to
Yeah.
start the moving process. But anyway, and then next time we're in a live stream, we might be in our new digs. So we're excited to find a new spot to film.
Oh yes, that was like Ryan's all about. Oh, I want the private view, like this and that. I want to feel security. I'm like, no, we gotta get the good lighting for YouTube.
Yes. So we got a place with a lot of lighting for YouTube. All right. We'll see you, everybody.
Bye.